Tembo Global, this 1100 crore company, is entering a new segment, manufacturing of small ammunition. Ammunition. So this is a new segment for the company. And today we're going to analyze this new segment, how much revenue the company is expecting to make from its segment, currently where is it making its money from, and of course to analyze the new figures and the margins, the revenues and the profit margins from this new segment. We're going to analyze the company's latest con call. So let us start. Right now, where is the money coming from? So this is the first half of fiscal year 2026. First half means H1 means first half, which means quarter one plus quarter two. So you can see 47% of revenue came from engineering products, which is basically products engineered into certain shapes and they're used in many things, but we won't discuss that right now. And textiles, 53%. Here we got the geographical mix also. So this is the current base. The current revenue is coming from here. Now, the company is looking for diversification. So you can see, all right, engineering solutions. Oh, sorry, engineering solutions, textiles, defense, and power. All right. So by see this expected revenue contribution in fiscal year 2027 in terms of percentage. The company is expecting around 20% of its revenue in fiscal year 27 to come from defense. So that is going to be an important segment. 60% still from engineering solutions. So now let us talk about this defense segment. First, look at this. Ventured into defense with Tembo Defense Products Limited in quarter 2 fiscal year 2025. So in quarter 2 fiscal year 2025, this actually started, which is around 12 months back, more than 12 months back. And Tembo Defense Products Limited seems to be the company's subsidiary. All right, subsidiary. Now, let us go into more detail. The company signed a memorandum of understanding with the government of Maharashtra at the World Economic Forum Davos for setting up a defense products manufacturing unit in Maharashtra in fiscal year 2025. For fiscal year 2025, the company is going to establish what a defense product manufacturing unit, and more detail is this small ammunition. All right. So first, let's discuss the MOU in more detail. For total capex, the total capital expenditure for this manufacturing facility will be 1,000 crores, and it promotes Make in India for defense and defense products. All right. So 1,000 crores is the total capital expenditures. Then technology tie-up. The company has a strategic partnership with a leading European company. Okay. It has signed an MOU for assisting establishment of a new state of the art arms and ammunition manufacturing plant in India. Okay, strategic tie-up. Now, extremely important, this includes a strategic buyback agreement. Okay, strategic buyback agreement, an agreement to buy all the produce, wherein European partner committing to purchase 100% of the production output. So they're partnering with a European company and they have an agreement wherein the European partner is going to buy 100%. It's going to purchase 100% of the production. So all the production is actually secured by this purchase agreement. So whatever they produce, it is going to get sold. And here they have mentioned the small arms and small ammunition, from where we can just figure out, we can think that yes, they're talking about small ammunition. They presented small ammunition because they're making small ammunition. So this is the small arms ammunition all over the domestic opportunity. Okay, so 1,000 crores of capex. They have a buyback agreement, which is very good. How much money they're going to make specifically? This is the company's latest con call. A con call is basically a meeting where managers and the shareholders meet. Shareholders ask questions and managers answer. So, this is a mix of answers and questions, but making this simpler, let's make this simpler. I've just tied down some statements together. Okay. So, what is the target defense revenue for fiscal year 2027? We are currently in fiscal year 2026. So fiscal year 2027, what is the target defense revenue? 200 to 250 to 300 crores of pure defense revenue expected for fiscal year 2027. And because the company has a complete buyback agreement, that is, all of the production ammunition, I believe, being produced will be bought by this European partner. So, according to this production projections they must have, the revenue potential is kind of secured to a big extent by this buyback agreement. And of this 250 to 300 crores of revenue, what sort of profit after tax margin can we see in defense? 25 to 27%. Their current profit margins are not even close to it. Their current EBITDA margins of the company, EBITDA margins are not even 25, 27%. So this defense is going to be extremely profitable. So around 88 crores, if 300 crores we actually take as what do you say, 300 crores is the potential, then 25, 27% will give around 88 crores of profit after tax for fiscal year 2027. We are currently in 2026. Let's go a bit above. Now, we project the revenues for fiscal year 2030 around 1000 crores for defense. So 250 to 300 crores fiscal year 2027, then 2030, fiscal year 2030, 1000 crores from pure defense. And the current revenue for fiscal year 2025 was around 700, I think 70 something. So the current fiscal year 2025 revenues are not even equal to 1000 crores. So in 5 years later, the revenue from defense alone is expected to be 1000 crores. And again, they have a complete buyback agreement. So these projections, they must have made some projections about output. And of course, the European partner, the, what do you say, the deal, the agreement they must have made, it must have included some projections. And that is why they must be saying that, like 1000 crores. Then a bit more of this. First quarter of fiscal year 27, we see the revenue coming in the defense sector. We will have certain revenue coming in from fiscal year 2026 as well. Okay, but it will not be to the extent of rupees 300 crores because it would roughly be between 100 to 150 crores what we expect. It would start from quarter 2 of fiscal year 26 and that would result to year ending of fiscal year 26. Quarter 2, interesting. So quarter 2 results have come out. I don't know if revenue came from defense. I haven't checked, but they're saying fiscal year 26, 100 to 150 crores can come, and then 250 to 300 crores will come in 2027. 1000 crores will come from fiscal year 2030. And finally, the manager of the company, the management of the company is talking about their entering defense. This is a new segment. So could this be like is this a good decision for them? Do they have expertise? This is something new, could fail. So he's talking about it, or she's talking about it. My fault. Management is talking. First and foremost, you can term it as defense. For me, it is manufacturing of precision products, right? So we are talking of this new thing as defense, but for him, sorry, for the management, it is manufacturing of precision products. Okay. So our expertise are always driven by our core fundamentals. So our core fundamentals were always around manufacturing, and we have been evolving ourselves in manufacturing. Defense, of course, becomes a restricted product, so it requires more precision. All right, so for them, it's just a precision product. They have to be careful in manufacturing it, but they believe that manufacturing is their expertise. Continuing. So, wealth creation would be we would be having assets on book of more than rupees 700 crores of assets on book in the first phase. Then we would be increasing our expansion of around rupees 300 crores to rupees 350 crores in the next 2 years. That is the phase two. So, phase one will lead to assets on book, like asset creation of rupees 800, sorry, 700 crores of assets will be created phase one. Phase 2 will lead to 300 to 350 crores of more assets in the next 2 years. So that is the asset creation on the balance sheet. Now, revenue wise, the revenue is going to give us around 300 crores plus revenue in the first phase of execution. And in the second phase of expansion, we look at revenues of around 650 crores plus. So 650 plus 300, around 950 crores, very close to the 1,000 crores figure we got for fiscal year 2030. All right, so this was the entire scale of we got. Now let's compare this to fiscal year 2025 and before financials. Here we have the P&L of the company, all these numbers and crores. Let's pay attention to first of all sales, then operating profit and operating profit margin. So in 2020, 79 crores of sales, 2023, 250 crores of sales with 13 crores of operating profit or EBITDA, 5% EBITDA or operating profit margin. Finally, 2025, 743 crores of sales with around 92 crores of EBITDA, 12% EBITDA margin. All right. And of course, the company is also going massive expansion in engineering products. And this combination of engineering products plus plus defense plus solar power. It's also going into solar power, but that's going to be a smaller segment. So for this company, textile is the legacy business. They want to go away from textile. They want to go into engineering products, and engineering products is expected to be the biggest revenue segment. 60% revenue contribution in fiscal year 27. It is way higher profit margin. It has a way higher profit margin than textiles. That is why they want to go into engineering products. They're also going into defense, which is also expected to be generating a lot of profit margins. See, 24 to 25%, 24 to 27% net profit margin. You can see like March 2025, they only have 12% EBITDA margin. So net profit margin, like double their EBITDA margin will be the defense. So defense will also be something highly profitable on them on the, what do you can say, on the idea that execution is on time, execution is perfect and all of that. And solar power, that's another side project coming up. That is it. That is Tembo Global. Let us see how fast the company can grow. Let us see if they can deliver on these projections.